Covered mobilization at the end of August reached Moscow and St. Petersburg. According to Ukrainian intelligence, the military commissariats of the Moscow and Leningrad regions were instructed to recruit people for replenishing military units in the temporarily annexed Crimea. In St. Petersburg, in local web publics, people write, subpoenas to military service are laying in mailboxes with the stamp "attendance is mandatory."
They sent a bunch of notices to tenants, but such thing never happened, and there the age is different. One is generally 49 years old, and what I noticed, the youngest was 28 years old, resident of St. Petersburg, for the publication Fontanka.
Moscow residents do not hurry to the military commissariat after receiving the subpoenas. On the Russian social network VKontakte, the conscripts themselves, as well as their wives and mothers, are outraged.
My brother received a subpoena from the military registration and enlistment office in Telegram. They write that in case of non-appearance, sanction will be applied 200,000 rubles fine or 2 years in prison. Someone faced such a problem. Brother is 25, just found a normal job. Everyone writes that conscript are not sent to special military operation, but who knows? Larisa Kazachkova, Moscow resident, on VKontakte social network.
Look what the idiots from the military commissariat sent me. Do they think I will seriously trade a normal job in Moscow for stinky food clothes in the army and a chance to die in special military operation? Probably everything is going according to plan, so much that they are throwing subpoenas in Telegram. Alexander Lebedev, resident of Moscow, on VKontakte social network.
So far, everything is limited to indignation in social networks. 6 months ago, thousands of Russians came out to anti-war protests. Hundreds stood up in single pickets. According to OVD Info human rights media project, more than 16,000 people were detained for their anti-war position. Now authorities are massively distributing subpoenas for war. More than 50,000 Russian soldiers died in Ukraine, and such losses can no longer be hidden. But the fear of government repressions and the disunity of those who disagree with the regime make protest almost impossible.
One culture resembles classical social movements in democracies and consists of large-scale coordinated action by various groups with a political agenda. The other focuses on bread and butter and not in my yard issues, usually local, limited in scope and deliberately framed as apolitical. Andrei Semyonov, senior scientist in Center for Comparative History and Politics, in an article for Russia.post.
Russian authorities are trying to complete the army with Ukrainians from the temporarily occupied territories. Holders of Russian passports from Melitopol and Zaporizhia region now receive Russian subpoenas, and it is dangerous for residents of the temporarily occupied Luhansk region to even go to the store.
Откуда ты?
Where are you from, Alchevsk? You know I'm from Luhansk. I went outside to buy shampoo, boys. I don't even have a military ID.
In Russia, more than 10 arsons of military registration and enlistment offices have been recorded. In the Khabarovsk region, there were explosions in a military unit. The reason was sabotage. The governor of the Khabarovsk territory, Degtyaryov, is campaigning for fellow countrymen to go to fight in Ukraine, but he is not ready to join them.
I would go myself with pleasure, but it's impossible. I have a reservation because of the governorship. I can't leave a post, but it would like to depart.
Russian opposition activist Mikhail Khodorkovsky published a document from the Russian Ministry of Finance dated August 26. There is no official confirmation of the authenticity of the document. The statement says that by the end of the year and for 2023, authorities are asking to allocate almost 1 trillion rubles to the budget for the soldier coffin payments. If we compare this amount with the size of a one-time payment for the dead 7.5 million rubles, then it turns out that the Russian leadership is ready to get about 150,000 more dead soldiers in war against Ukraine. Reported by Serhiy Kulias, Yulia Bezborodko, UATV News.